I've recorded a few questions just to help you with your homework tonight. Keep in mind that we are looking at the primary trig ratios, and when that's true, cos is going to be positive in this quadrant. All of them will be positive in quadrant 1. Sine will only be positive in quadrant 2, and tangent will be positive in quadrant 3. Use this cast rule to help you with the rest of the questions. There are two angles that will satisfy sine theta equals negative 0.8090. So what we're going to do is work with the grid to figure out where those angles are going to be. So I know that cos is positive here, all of them are positive here, sine is positive here, and tan is positive here. I want to find where the angles are where sine theta is negative. So I'm going to go into the areas where sine is negative. So that would be in this quadrant and this quadrant. So those are the two angles I'm going to be looking for. Now, to find that small little reference angle or related acute angle, I want to use the sine inverse on my calculator with the positive version of this number. So I'm going to use my calculator to do sine inverse of, without the negative, 0.8090. When I do that, I get 54 degrees. So that is the related acute angle. I'm going to come back to my diagram here, and that means that this angle is 54 and this little angle is 54. So if I want to find theta 1, which would be from 0 over to this first angle, so that would be theta 1, is 180 plus the 54 extra that I did here. So 234 degrees. Theta 2, going all the way around, so like this, that's theta 2, means we go past the 270, or maybe we could go to the 360. So if we went all the way to the 360 and then back, take that 54 off, I end up with 306 degrees. So the two angles for sine theta equal negative 0.8090 are 234 degrees and 306 degrees. On this one I have tan theta equals negative 2.4586. I'm going to use my cast rule to decide which quadrants my thetas might be in. So tan is negative in this quadrant, and it's negative in this quadrant. So those would be the two angles we're looking at, here and here. We want the related acute angle. To get the related acute angle, I'm going to put in my calculator tan inverse, and I'm going to use that number without the negative, 2.4586. When I do that, I get a reference angle of, let's call it beta, of 68 degrees. That means that each of these small angles are 68 degrees. Now going back to my white, my theta 1 then would be from here to here. So my theta 1 is 180 minus this 68, or 112. Theta 2 would be all the way around to the other terminal arm. That would be theta 2. And that's equal to 360, take away that 68. So So 292 degrees. So for this particular question, we found two angles. The first one being in this quadrant here, so in the S quadrant, because tan would be negative there. And the second one being in the last quadrant, and the angles being 112 and 292. Okay, so the point -3,2 lies on the terminal arm, and we need to find the primary trig ratios. So first let's plot our point. -3, so over -3 and up to, let's say that is it. That's our point. The arm would be coming down from there, so this would be our theta. But we're going to look at the related acute angle, which we'll call beta. If we look at, based on our point, we know that this distance is 3 and this one is 2. If that's true, we can figure out the hypotenuse, which I'll call r. So r squared equals 3 squared plus 2 squared. R squared equals 9 plus 4. R squared equals 13. And r equals root 13. I'm going to leave that as root 13 because that's the best for an exact answer. Otherwise, I'm going to have to round, and that's not going to be advisable. At this point, I'm going to do my primary trig ratios. So that's just setting up the various sine, cos, and tan ratios using SOHCAHTOA. So I'm going to work with the related acute angle beta. The sine of beta would be 2 over root 13. The cos of beta would be 3 over root 13. And the tan of beta would be 2 over 3. Now, beta is the related acute angle. To get the theta, we need to consider our cast rule again. So, since we are in the S quadrant, that means that sine will be the only positive one. So if I write this now, sine theta equals, and well, it's 2 over root 13 because it's going to be positive. Cos theta is going to be negative in that quadrant, so I'm going to change my cos beta to a negative 3 over root 13 for the cos theta. And then similarly, my tan of theta is going to be negative 2 over 3. Good luck with some of your homework. Hopefully these videos were helpful.